What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Rob, the video game hoarder here, and you are there. And this video is going to be kind of your most important game in your collection. Doesn't have to be the most expensive. Doesn't have to be, the biggest. I don't know. I guess have the highest rating or anything. Like, it doesn't have to be the best game of all time. Just kind of something that's really important to you. So. Kind of the game that has the most sentimental value to me is Final Fantasy 1 on the NES. This is the first game I ever purchased by myself when I was a kid. I still remember to this day saving up for this game, with like allowances and different things. And I used to wash my dad's car, and he used to give me a couple bucks every time. Like, he used his car for in the city. He was like not a limo driver, but kind of like a town car driver. He used to drive, different corporate things and whatever in New York City. And so he always had to have a totally clean car. So I used to clean his car sometimes. I used to mow lawns and rake leaves around the neighborhood and do all that and stuff. So just to buy stuff that I wanted. My parents would get me stuff and take care of me, but they wouldn't get me like if I wanted the expensive Nike shoes, the $100 shoes, I'd have to buy them myself. So, so for things like that, or like in my comic book collection at the time, when I wanted comics, I'd have to save up for that. Or if I wanted the newest video game, I mean, Christmas and stuff and birthdays, they would get me stuff. But if I wanted like games all the time, I'd have to save up for them. So. Unless I rented them when, rental places were around back in the day. But anyway, so like I said, this is the first game I ever saved up for. I remember going to the mall. I remember going with my friend Henry. He had his grandfather drive us in this small little car. I think it was like 5 of us all together with his grandfather. Him and like 3 of the neighborhood kids, including me. I was like his next door neighbor. So, and the funny thing is, like, I remember his grandfather, for whatever reason, wanted to save money on gas. So that first road that we were on, like right after he got out of the driveway, he would coast. I think he pressed the gas like the first time when he first turned onto that road, and then we would coast down the road. It would take us like 10 minutes to get down I don't even know, like a quarter mile of a road, not even probably. And then all of a sudden, when we got onto this other major road, he pushed the gas and we drive, regularly to the mall. So, and I remember being so excited when I saw this game. I think I remember seeing it in Nintendo Power probably, and reading about it, and I thought it was awesome. And this is my first RPG also. So that got me hooked into that genre, which is my favorite genre now. Although I don't have as much time to play them. When you get older, it gets tougher with kids and family and all that other stuff. And, important life things. Like bills and housing and school and kids and all that fun stuff. But, so I picked it up from the mall. I think what was it, like 60, 80 bucks? I don't remember. I remember NES games were pretty expensive back then, and I remember games weren't even 60. Sometimes they were like 80 and more. So, but I remember picking this up, and does this have the manual? I don't remember if this has the manual. No, this copy doesn't have the manual, unfortunately, which I still need to get, as I just dumped that on the floor. It's a nice copy. This isn't the exact copy I had. Unfortunately, when I moved, when I was a kid, we kind of moved very quickly and whatever. I kind of had some family issues back then, and I left all my NES stuff behind. So this isn't the copy that I had, but this is a copy I picked up later on. It's a nice copy, but I need a manual actually for this eventually. But I remember reading that manual everywhere. I took it with me to everywhere me and my parents went, to stores, food shopping. I remember going to, we used to go to this restaurant called the Sea Basin, and it was like it was really good actually. they would get seafood. I would get veal parmesan because I didn't like seafood, especially when I was a kid. But I would bring this manual with me every single time, and it was a thick manual. I mean, now we don't even get manuals in games, which is really, really ridiculous. But back then, especially for RPGs, I mean, I think it had like the first couple hours as a walkthrough, so it had so much stuff in there. I mean, I would take this everywhere and just read it over and over and over. It was such a cool manual, such a cool game. And this is probably still in, I don't know if it hasn't aged as well as probably some of the other Final Fantasies, like 2 and 3 are probably in my top 5. This game would probably be maybe my top 20 or so. So, of favorites, but again, it's my number 1 sentimental one because again, it got me into the genre and everything else. So that's pretty much it. I wanted to do a quick video about that. I kind of want to know what your most important game of your collection is. Again, it doesn't have to be value. It doesn't have to be the best game. It doesn't have to have the greatest rating, or it doesn't have to have the biggest following. But I just kind of want to know, a little story about your games. So either leave it in the comments below or actually do a video yourself. That would be cool. I'd like to see videos on that. So, all right, guys. I should have maybe a pickup video next week, or hopefully a pickup battle. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Also working on a little stream thing that we'll do, and we got the trade show in the second week of October, so hopefully a lot of people show up for that. And that's about it. So we got a lot of things going on. So hopefully you guys stick around, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell so you'll know when my next video is. And Rob is out.